With this year's presidential election coming up, people are abuzz with news of this year's political candidates. However, it should be noted that while young people are encouraged to vote, only a very small percentage actually do. During the 2012 election, only 13% of voters ages 18 through 29 actually voted. We took to the campus of William Patterson University, where we asked students why they think young voter turnout is so small. Why do you think less young people turn out to vote?
I would think is that the issues that are being shown are not ones that they can relate to.
I think less people turn out to vote just because they get the impression that your vote doesn't count for anything.
But when that starts adding up to like hundreds and thousands of people, then it's like it would affect the, results of the voting.
Why do you think so many people say they are going to vote and they never do?
I think honestly people don't know the dates and where they're supposed to go to vote.
Probably they're either lazy or they didn't register in time and they just don't have the information necessary to vote. I think that's what most likely happens.
I think a lot of people just jump on the bandwagon of a lot of things and I support this person, but they end up forgetting that they actually have to do things like vote in primaries.
They'd rather go to work or school, hang out with their friends before thinking about, hey, this could be our future.
Though the statistics are low, students still believe that voting is important and that something needs to change for more voters to turn out. What do you think has to change for more young people to come out and vote?
I think honestly people just have to start caring more about politics and more about what our future is going to look like.
More young people need to be influenced by their self, and they need to think that this is going to start affecting my life now.
I mean, you're really voting on policy, and if you know the candidate's policy before you vote, then that's going to make you want to go out to vote more.
Young people need to know the importance of voting, maybe get a little bigger understanding of what it is to vote.
What about this election could motivate more people to vote?
Donald Trump.
I think honestly people who have a certain opinion about certain candidates should motivate people to go out. For instance, I don't really want Donald Trump to win, so I would go out and vote against him.
It just seems like a mess, Everyone just says politics is a joke now because the candidates are just so crazy.
Why do you think it is important to vote?
Because we are the future. All we're hearing is the 40-year-olds, the 50-year-olds, which is the past. For us to get better, we have to think about the now.
I think it's important to vote so that way you get someone in office who's going to represent you, who's going to pass laws and do things that you want.
It's going to change our lives. So if we want things to be ran a certain way, then we need to vote and get that change our way.
It's going to be my first time around voting. I'm 20 years old, and I'm just really excited to be part of the process.
It's going to pretty much determine our future and how the country's going to end up looking.
With elections coming up right around the corner, remember that it is important to get your voice heard and use your right to vote.